Say hello to travelersan. Through the creative use of game mechanics, and at times glitches, we're on a quest to see just how much of Genshin Impact can be completed using only the Traveler. And we sometimes break things. If you enjoyed the series, do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps travelersan out a lot. Adventure rank 25. Travelersan has been that for a very long time now. It is a comfortable adventure rank, where one can easily control the difficulty of the game without having to invest in any weapons or artifacts. But there comes a time, namely when one wants to progress the story, that a traveler has to take the next step, to ascend to new heights. All that stands in my way is a domain, 2 abyss mages, and an Electro Hypostases, of which I'd like to defeat using Geo to test my hypothesis from episode 5. Really? It only deals damage once? Look at all those hits. Internal cooldown, such a pain. Geo can't finish the job. With the first Ascension talent that reduces the cooldown of Starfell Sword by 2 seconds, it might be possible. And so, today... Hold up. Really? Has it been so long since I logged on? Well, okay. Stellar Reunion it is. This is perfect. Longtime viewers of the series probably know that this fine piece of steel, the Amenoma Kageyuchi, is a goal of travelersan's. But simply having it isn't enough. It needs to be max refined, immediately, at the moment he obtains it. And even then, it honestly might not be as good as Full A Blade, especially when I get into Liyue and max refine that beast of a blade. I mean, come on, let's be real. This is the sword that stopped the Raiden Shogun. But anyways, to get that, I'll need 5 Northlander sword billets. Devalin graciously donated one during the boss rush of episode 13, and there's another right there in that trove. The final 3 can all be acquired without the need for lucky boss drops. One from Marjorie's store in Mondstadt, another from increasing the Sacred Sakura tree to level 4, which I've already got the sigils for, and the final will be handed to me upon completion of the quest that grants the sword's diagram, Farmer's Treasure. You know, that quest I hopefully didn't break back in episode 3 by opening the vault at adventure rank 7. It's the perfect plan. Thank you kindly, Stellar Reunion. It could actually be a good idea to farm billet troves in the future from here if they release another great craftable sword. Seems that it's available every 45 days since the previous by not logging in for 14 days. Okay, so where were we? Yes. Ascending to new heights. It has been a while since I've seen this domain. One of my first ever videos was about exploring it, and my level 1 coaching at the time stood about here. Let's not delay any longer. Epic fights lie ahead in this domain full of danger. The Ruin Guard and the Hilly Churls at the start. The Abyss Mages in the Gliding Chamber and Final Room. The Pyro Agent. And the Electro Hypostases. Then where is travelersan going? It wouldn't be a proper episode if there weren't shenanigans involved. We're skipping all that. I did say at the beginning that the only things in my way were a domain, 2 abyss mages, and an Electro Hypostasis. Because the true test here is how well you can play Starfell Sword, not how well you can defeat a few enemies. But you'll get your epic fights at the end, or something like that. Up we go. When I did this way back when on my main account, I relied so much on Cunning, and nowadays I'm a Starfell Sword master. Don't think I'll have any trouble without her. Now, you may think it's a good idea to glide from this height all the way to the end room. I too thought that before, but there's a teleport barrier around here. Let's drop down, past the glowing golden gate, and into the ceiling of the water room. Cross over and continue onward. To the top of the final room. That's a wrap. So, we beat it, yeah? As you can tell, I know the ins and outs of this place. But enough revisiting the past. It's time for those epic fights. So, you see travelersan here, the Abyss Mages over there, and between them a barrier that's absolutely not going to get in the way of the fight? That's right, you are really, truly seeing this. What? The bubble goes through the barrier. Alright.
Dust!
Whew, that took forever. Truthfully, this wasn't just me being silly. I only had two ways out of here. Jump into the void and be teleported to the beginning of the domain, or climb out via Starfall Sword. And those mages were not going to let me climb in peace. In hindsight, dropping into the void and starting over probably would have been quicker. Huh, how weird. A gate used as a ceiling piece? Alrighty, time for the main event. Let's see if I can get out of this without having to heal. I'm pretty confident in being able to fight the Electro Hypostases without ever getting... All good, all good. This is still doable. Wait, hold on. That's a third of the health gone from one Geo attack, but back during Sakura Arborism, it would have taken 4 to destroy the last shard. Turns out, the Electro Hypostasis from that world quest is actually the variant used in the Hypostatic Symphony event from January 2021, and that it has different stats. Apparently, that includes the shard health. For a regular Electro Hypostasis like this, Geo could do it even without the first Ascension talent. Oh well.
Terror Smash!
And there we have it. Story quests unlocked. Domain of Mastery made available. Straight to Adventure Rank 30. World level from 1 to 2. From 2 to 3. Ascension complete. Oh my gosh, that is so much content. With that done and dusted, there's something I'm very curious about. Inazuma. In Inazuma, there are currently a lot of things not available. Quests like Farmer's Treasure and Moonbathed Deep. Systems like Sacred Sakura Favor. Are all those things that weren't accessible truly locked by the Archon quest? Or could it be that Adventure Rank 30 is the deciding factor? I went to Jinren Island to see. What a bummer. Jiro is not in the cage. Oh, right. These guys are supposedly much tougher now. I wonder if it's as bad as when I got here at level 7. Nope. Quite easy. World level changes did not help them much. That nerf to Inazuma enemies upon Sumeru's release really hurt this bunch, eh? For the sake of being thorough, I made my way all around Inazuma. Moonbathed Deep, Orobashi's Legacy, Seirai Storm Chasers, Sacred Sakura Favor, nothing had changed. Everything was still unavailable. It really is the first act of the Inazuma Archon quests that unlocks them. which makes it an even bigger mystery as to why some quests do not have that requirement, such as Sacred Sakura Cleansing Ritual. Ah well, I suppose it'll be a while longer until we learn the fate of Amenoma Kageyuchi. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Travelersan. If you're enjoying the adventure, a like and subscribe truly help. And if you're interested in seeing whatever else I have to share, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Musashiden. This is Musashi and Travelersan signing off. Till next time.